Hey everyone, it's John here from MCKAY, back with another video, and I'm just laughing to start the video because it seems like the Western Canadian GMs like to overpay for third pairing defensemen. So this video is on Erik Gudbranson signing a one-year deal with the Calgary Flames, $1.95 million for the year. So I don't love it. I think Gudbranson, he brings the physicality. He's a fine, okay NHL defenseman, third pairing guy, seventh defenseman, sixth defenseman, fifth defenseman, maybe even, if we're being generous. But bottom pair guy. Like, that's what he is. So I laugh because I also think, okay, so I actually like Zadorov, but if you think about Zadorov, his cap hit, I think he's in around 3.75. Then you think about now Gudbranson, like you're talking about almost $6 million towards those two guys. Then you just have to think, well, we could have went after after like Giordano losing him to Seattle, like you could have went after a big time top four guy or another guy into that forward group. So I feel like the Flames have and I was kind of talking about their offseason because I actually liked the Blake Coleman signing. It was kind of like uneventful. Like you were kind of expecting more from the Flames, whether it was a Sean Monahan trade or replacing Giordano in a bigger way, getting a guy in that top four. But it seems like they really just didn't do that. They brought in a guy like Pitlick. They brought in, as I said, Zadorov and now Gudbranson. So I just feel like it was uneventful in comparison to what we were expecting, right? They didn't make the playoffs. They had a disappointing year, another disappointing year for the big guys on this team. So it was just kind of uneventful for what we were expecting. So let's look at, because now this Gudbranson signing kind of screws up my lineup prediction a little bit, just a little bit on the defense. So let's just look at what the defense group could look like. So the forward group, as I said, I could see Lindholm on the wing, but in terms of Lindholm in the middle of Gaudreau and Tkachuk, Mangiapane, Monahan, Coleman, Dubé, Backlund, Pitlick, and then Lucic with Richardson or Lewis on the fourth with Richie as well. I think like Hanifin, Tanev, it seems like that's going to be the top pair. I could see Rasmus Andersson potentially being there, but those are your top three guys, Hanifin, Tanev, and Andersson. And then you have potentially either Valimaki or Zadorov on that second pair, but I could see in terms of balancing act, Zadorov with Andersson, and then you have Valimaki with Gudbranson. I think Valimaki could very well prove to be a guy that steps into the top four. He's definitely, like, that's his ceiling, a top four, top even 2-3 defenseman, right? Valimaki, I think, could be really good. So I think he might start there, but don't be surprised if he moves up on the defensive depth chart. So that's where I kind of see it right now. I think the frustrating part is a guy like Oliver Shillington right now sees this signing and goes, well, now I have to battle another guy for a spot. So Shillington might not start on the team, but he's another guy that maybe proves himself and cracks the bottom pair at some point in the season. But I do think Shillington needs to be given an opportunity. So that's just kind of my mindset. I just don't think you needed to pay. We're in September. I don't think you needed to pay $1.95 for Erik Gudbranson, who played, I think, 45 games last year. Obviously, we didn't have a full season, so he didn't miss that many games. But it's just a guy that I feel like you don't necessarily need. Yes, you need the physicality, but it's not like I think Rasmus Andersson, Zadorov, Tanev, while they're not crazy physical, they're tougher kind of, they're those kind of guys. They can get in the corner, they're defensive guys. I think you could, I'm fine with this Gudbranson addition, don't get me wrong, but I'm just thinking on the cap, the salary cap, and just thinking of the combined cap of Gudbranson and Zadorov and what you could have done with that. So I don't absolutely hate it, but I'm going to laugh a little bit because 1.95 in September, the guy was wanting a contract. I'm kind of surprised. If I'm Gudbranson and I see that 1.95 from Calgary, I'm taking that in a second. So maybe that's what was happening. A lot of teams were probably offering Gudbranson $1 million for 1 year, and right when the Flames offered 1.95, Gudbranson took that and ran with it. So let me know what you guys think on this signing and the Calgary Flames potential lineup, what you think the Flames can do for this year. I definitely think I'm going to get my final predictions going, but I do think they can compete for a playoff spot in that Pacific Division. So hit that subscribe button if you're new, drop a like, leave your thoughts in the comment section. This was John from MCKAY. Have a good one. Peace out.